Manchester City have come out and said that the original price tag that they put on James McAtee was wrong, and that they're increasing it to 42.5 million, the same price that Cole Palmer went to Chelsea for, which is a much more acceptable, feasible fee, in my opinion. The original price, the original valuation was 25 million euros, so probably about 22 million pounds, which is absolutely ridiculous for a player of his caliber. We need more here and now players, which is probably why he's going. The plug and play variant of world class players. There's rarely any room for up and coming players like McAtee, Palmer, Brahim Diaz, Jadon Sancho, especially when they're unknown and you don't know the sort of class that they're going to have when they play regularly. Now, that is a pet problem. Maybe that's a City problem. Maybe they should get time. But when you're in a title race and it's that close, maybe you can't afford to be risking it like that. I know there's plenty of you out there. There'll be plenty of people commenting saying, yeah, but we should give them a go, give them a go. Yeah, that's fair. I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm not saying I'm for it. I'm just saying, the que sera, it is what it is. These players one day will go on to be, or likely to be, world-class players. So it's always good to put a buyback clause in there, which they didn't for Cole Palmer, which is a bit ridiculous, really, isn't it? If we could have got him back for 45 million, 50 million, that would have been absolutely crazy if we could get him back. Because I reckon he'd have come as well. He's a Manchester United fan at heart, Cole Palmer, but I doubt he'd go there. He looks like he's striving for top tier football, top tier accolades, Cole Palmer. But yeah, back on to James McAtee, Premier League 2 Player of the Season in 2021-22, and the FA Youth Cup with Manchester City in 2020. Manchester City under-23 squad that won the under-21 Premier League in 2020 and 2021 and 2021-22. And he captained England's under-21 team to victory at the 2025 UEFA European Under-21 Championship. I think McAtee is a really good footballer. Technically, I think he's a really good footballer, and I hope wherever he goes, we put a buyback in that contract, because it hurts to see players like Cole Palmer doing well. And Jadon Sancho, to an extent, bad attitude, but if he stayed at City, he could have been another great one, to be fair. Brahim Diaz, very, very good. Yeah, I mean, we got players that our academy is absolutely phenomenal. It really is absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, all these players, McAtee, Palmer, Brahim Diaz, Jadon Sancho, they do go on to be good players. Some world class. I think Cole Palmer is world class, to be honest. I think Phil Foden's got it in his locker to be world class. Obviously, we know he's had his struggles, but Phil Foden's got it in him as well. I think this is going to be a bit of a murky area. James McAtee going. I've seen City fans on social media saying, "Oh, I don't want him to go," but we can't hold on. This sentimentality is why we messed up last season. We got Gundogan back on a free. Granted, we were all like, yes, we got him back, and we all didn't expect him to. I wouldn't say flop. It's just he's that age now where his legs have gone, and we had De Bruyne whose legs were gone. Bernardo Silva, I think he's more of a catalyst. So depending how well the rest of the team is going, I think Bernardo Silva's still got a couple of years left in him. I'll probably change my mind on Bernardo Silva a little bit. And I think that his mentality is absolutely superb. Erling Haaland, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, their mentality is next to none. It's really, really good. And we need that in the team, to be fair. So yeah, there'll be City fans out there that don't want McAtee to go. But just remember, you do have to drop players for McAtee to fit in, and I don't think we could do that. Like, for him to get a chance, the likes of Bob, Foden, Cherky, Savio would have to be dropped. One of them would have to be dropped. I think of those four, it's only Savio that McAtee could really compete with, technically. And we've still got a lot to see from some Savio. I mean, we're yet to see Bob come back to full fitness. He might be back to full fitness now, but it's pre-season and we haven't seen him for a bit. But yeah, Bob looked a bit off the mark as well when we seen him. But we all know that Bob's got it in him to be world class as well. So yeah, I think McAtee really the only player he could rival for the starting position is Savio, and then play him on the right. So maybe, but yeah, we haven't seen the best of Savio. So yeah, that's the only player that I think that he'd have a chance against. It's a brutal decision that the club have to make. To be fair, you got to give him a bit of leeway. If we want the winning standards back, then they do have to, cut ties with certain players, and this is another player. And Jadon Sancho went, Brahim Diaz went, Cole Palmer went. We've got over it. Still, little bit of resentment for the Cole Palmer thing, but we will get over it eventually because we've got Cherky, and I know that I'd rather have Cherky than Cole Palmer. I think Cole Palmer is a phenomenal player, but I'd still rather have Cherky. I think Cherky I think Cherky is Ballon d'Or material. I really do. I think he's Ballon d'Or material. The confidence he has. Let's get back to McAtee anyway. Yeah, I think if McAtee goes, I hope he has a good time. I hope he progresses. I hope his skill as a footballer gets a bit more refined and a bit more polished. And I hope to see him in a Manchester City shirt again one day. Just something else I want to touch on. Vita Heis come out the other day that Girona are confident of getting a loan deal over the line. Probably not the best option. We'd rather have a Kanji Stones or Ake, going on loan or selling them. Like I said, we do need that experience, but better options are there than Vita Heis going out. My preference would be one of the old guys to go. Maybe the veterans don't want to go anywhere, but we can't force them. It's their prerogative. They got the contract. It's in their hands. On the plus side, though, this tells me that we've seen a lot more of Kusanov, and maybe we get to see that Husanov-Vardiol partnership now, because there's a lot of people that want to see that as well. So yeah, just a few things. Little video update you all. How much would you value James McAtee at? How much do you think James McAtee is valued at? And are you happy with Vita Heist going out, or would you rather one of the uncles go? Let me know. Like the video, subscribe, hit that bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.